Today we're going to be talking about 14 wides. So I had this problem when I was before I got 14 wides because I didn't know if they were the right fit for me. I just seen that a lot of people had 14 wides, 16 wides, and they look super cool, you know, but it's kind of hard when you want to make good choices, you know, and especially if you have a truck that's your daily. Before I had 20s by 12s with 38s, and they were alright, but I felt that the tires were a little too heavy and I wanted a little bit bigger wheels. So then that's when I started doing my research. I started looking on YouTube and on guys and stuff, and I was like, alright, I'm just gonna get them. I might as well just get them and try it out for myself, you know. I decided to go with the 14 wides because everybody knows that 14 wides looks super cool. Like when you see them in the street or anywhere, it gives a good stance on the truck, you know. Like it looks fucking bad, and they're not for everybody. Either you love them or you hate them. If you want 14 wides, I'm gonna give you the cons first, you know. Just know that, like everybody else knows, that you're gonna be doing a lot of fixing on your truck, a lot of parts on your suspension. A lot of things are gonna start getting loose. You may have to replace a lot of parts more often than usual. You will probably, after some time, hear noises, especially if you use spacers. Me personally, I don't like spacers. I don't like that. I don't like adding more stuff to the truck already as it is, even though it's already on 14 wides, and then adding spacers, it looks cool, but I would never do that because it's just more damage to the truck, you know, and it's not really that much reliable. And I don't know about you, but I want my truck to look good, but I also want reliability. You could tow. I've towed before on the 14 wides. I towed our 84 C10 with a U-Haul trailer. It towed good, obviously. With time, like I said, your parts are gonna start getting loose. Your components are gonna have to be replaced, and it's not really that much reliable if you take like a long distance trip. I wouldn't want to find out, you know, fuck around and find out. Take a long trip or like towing and stuff with 14 wides. But when it rains, that goes on the splashes on the truck, you know, especially rocks. A lot of times I'm driving on the road and I just hear those clinks on the windshield or like the mirror. On the mirrors, I just hear that and I'm like, damn. Your truck is never gonna be clean, like everybody knows. Those are just my opinions with 14 wides. Yeah, I think there's more cons than pros. Yeah, now to the pros, the truck looks fucking nice. It looks badass. It gives it a good stance. The wheel sticks out on the side of the truck, especially if you use spacers. I don't use spacers, but if you use spacers, it sticks out more. It looks cool. It just gives it a mean look. You know what I mean? Like your truck looks way better. It just looks mean. It's nice. You know, like it makes your truck stand out. You turn a lot of heads, you know, and people are just looking at you where you go and stuff, and you just feel good of what you're driving because you like it. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's not for everybody. I'm gonna show you my setup. Right here, I have 35s Venom Terra Hunters XT, 35s by 15 and a half, 22 LTs. These are 22s by 14 wides HD series wheels, and the lip right here is a 9-inch. You can see right here, that's a big lip. And these wheels, these are massive, 15 and a halves. Just look at that. That's only the thread right there. Look how big it is. Now look at from the sidewall. That's like, my hand is like half of the wheel if you go like this. And like I said, I don't have no wheel spacers. Yeah, the truck looks nice. A lot of people don't like black wheels. And like I said, the truck looks fucking nice when you have 14 wides. Look at on the side right here. Look at how much it sticks out on both sides. It's the equal length on both sides, you know. So just know that if you get 14 wides, especially 15 and a half tires, you're gonna have a real good stance. You're gonna have a mean look. It's gonna stick out a lot. And another thing I want to talk about is the tires. One thing I will say, if you get 14 wides or 16 wides, if you get specifically the tire 15 and a half, obviously it's going to be wider than the wheel. And since it's bigger, it's more wide, the suspension, it's kind of hard to be turning on the steering wheel. And it'll turn if you press on the, like if you're, well, that's me. I don't know if it's everybody else, but that's for me personally. Or like, let's say I'm parking my house and I need a reverse, and if it's on stop and I start turning, it won't really turn. I don't know if it's just me, something wrong with my truck, or if it's the wheels, because it never did that before on the other wheels. That it's so wide to grip the concrete. It's so wide to turn the wheels. And since the tires are so wide, when it's raining, I drive slower, because if there's a lot of water on the road, the truck just starts kind of like gliding, you know? It starts gliding. And yeah, that's dangerous. You can get into a big car accident. And also, since the tires are wide, more water splashes to the sides and then to your windshield, so eventually you can't see if you go over water and stuff, you know. That's another con of having, besides 14 wides, that's another con, having 15 and a half tires. So that's another con. But pros, it looks fucking nice. As you can see, it looks nice. And just think about it. Just think about it real good, because if you decide that you want to reliability, if you're in between reliability or your truck looking good, 14 wides, they're not as reliable as having stocks or having 12 wides. 12 wides are like kind of like in the middle, my opinion. I don't know about you. You may have another opinion, but I think that's the good spot, the sweet spot, 12 wides. And with like 13 and a halves or 12 and a half tires, you know. And but if you want my opinion to make your decision better, if you can, also have your stock wheels. Have your stock wheels, because you can always change them up, you know what I mean? But also, you know, if you're gonna you're gonna tow far, or if you're gonna take a long trip on your truck or whatever, you know that you have those stock wheels that you can always install, and that your truck is gonna be reliable, and you're gonna feel good and have a good peace of mind that nothing's gonna break down on your truck, or that you're not gonna have any issues, you know. But also, you know that if you work close by, you go to school close by, whatever your situation is, if you're like always local, or you probably don't even care, you're like, I don't care, I don't give a shit, like, get 14 wides. But if you have stocks too, I promise you it's gonna make it easier. Just have that in mind, that if you really want reliability and your truck to look nice, get whatever wide wheels you want, but keep your stock wheels as well. I believe that this is going to make your decision better, and I hope it does help you, you know, because I was going through that and there ain't really much information online about this. So yeah, hopefully this helps, and thank you for watching this video. Please share. Whatever questions you have, comment, and thank you so much. Peace.